And meanwhile, Israeli forces are continuing the ground offensive in South and Central Gaza. It comes as President Biden and Secretary of State Antony Blinken bypassed Congress for the second time to sell gear and ammunition to Israel. And we're looking at this Hamas releasing new video today showing how it is fighting back against IDF tanks and still hiding in their underground tunnel system. Now, fighting is forcing tens of thousands of people to flee south to Rafah. And it's worsening the humanitarian crisis there. You can see people living on the streets, stumbling over the rubble of bombed-out buildings as well. Doctors say outbreaks of disease are likely. We do want to get to Associated Press reporter Isabel Debray, who is live for us on the ground in Jerusalem tonight. And Isabel, I do want to start with what that emergency sale of U.S. weapons looks like. What does that mean for IDF troops who are pushing further into Gaza?
The Israeli military has gone through tens of thousands of shells since the war has started after that October 7th Hamas attack on Israel. And as a result, it has come to rely on the United States to be supplying, replenishing those stockpiles that are quickly becoming depleted. And we have seen that for the second time this month. As you mentioned, the Biden administration did bypass the congressional approval and greenlight that sale of $147.5 million worth of ammunition, worth of equipment. And of course, it's not only logistical in terms of the IDF aims here, it's also very symbolic. We've seen that despite rising anger in the United States among the public as well as among Democratic lawmakers, this decision was still made nonetheless to support and a sort of vote of confidence in the Israeli campaign in Gaza. We've seen that Democratic lawmakers in particular have called on the administration to condition this aid in some way on Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, perhaps either scaling down the ground campaign, perhaps switching to a less deadly, more surgical phase of the war of targeting militants. That's something that Biden has reportedly called for in conversations with Israeli officials. But we have not seen that happen so far. The Israeli officials have just warned of there being a very long and difficult war ahead. And we've only seen more widespread destruction, as you mentioned, with Israeli forces even over the past 24 hours bombarding those central urban refugee camps in the southern Gaza Strip. These are areas where hundreds of thousands of displaced Palestinians have taken refuge in recent weeks. And of course, the death toll just continues to rise. 167 Palestinians killed in the last 24 hours.
And Isabel, as this happens, we know thousands of people are fleeing to Rafah, which is already packed. How is aid being managed there? And also, have you heard of reports of IDF soldiers firing on aid trucks?
So 1 week after the United Nations Security Council, if you remember, passed that binding resolution trying to get the international community to scale up aid in Gaza, we have not seen any impact of that whatsoever. There's not been any mechanism to distribute that aid or to manage the inspections of aid that's so important for Israel to ensure that there's no contraband or weapons being concealed as it comes in. And actually, usually there are two crossings in which aid is coming through. For the past week, past 4 days at least, there's just one crossing, the Rafah border crossing with Egypt. The Israeli crossing was closed because of intensified attacks in the area as well as some Palestinian looting there. So there's only about 90 trucks coming in a day. This is, of course, according to aid officials, grossly insufficient, just given the level of need. Even before the war, there was a blockade on Gaza, and we saw around 500 aid trucks coming in a day. So clearly just a fraction of what is needed. And as you mentioned earlier, there is just a level of humanitarian crisis that is truly staggering with, as you mentioned, those diseases and 1 in 4 Palestinians starving.
1 in 4. All right, Isabel Debray live in Jerusalem tonight with that update. Thank you. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.